Making a piston. First, put this in. Center the part where the ring comes together over the boss of the piston. Then take one of your rings. You don't want to point it so the opening is clocked over there. Just spiral it in, nice and easy. Ooh, you hit the wrong groove there. That's not what you want. This is always how it goes. Oh, well, I guess it was the right groove simply because it went in there. Usually you want to aim to try and hit the bottom groove first, but not the worst thing ever. You have to do it in reverse. Just annoying. Alright. Oh, you got the ring in there. And the ring in there. These rings, only the second ring is marked. You can just see where it says top. For these ones, you don't want to fucking spiral them on there because that'll ruin them, probably break them. So you take your ring pliers. Little expansion action here. Come on. That one's in. They make sure to make this extremely annoying. Just be careful. If you break a ring, it could delay your project significantly. And you know, where are you gonna go to get one of the same exact rings that you probably ordered off of Summit? Places just don't stock that like they used to. If they ever did. I mean, I don't know. Okay, that was a good engagement there, of course. So these rings are clocked 180 degrees from each other and 90 degrees from the oil control rings. What I like to do before I put the bearings in is squirt in a teeny bit of lubricant. Take some of the leftover polishing cloth you used on the crankshaft. Just clean up the rust and weirdness that will appear after you soak these in the carb cleaner. You get like a nice clean surface for the bearing to go onto. That's enough. Doesn't take much. Just surface level junk. After you get done with that, you take your bearing, jam it in there. Probably would have been smarter to put the compression sleeve on first, but it doesn't matter. Definitely recommend wearing gloves when working with one of these. Got a nasty cut from this the first time I used it. And, now I will not use this without having some sort of protection on the hands. That should be enough. Before you stick it in there, make sure your rings are still clocked the way you want them. No, that's not open enough. That should be good. Yeah, once you get your piston in there, you can grab a 1/4 inch wrench. Find this to be a much better way to do it than the little Allen key that they give. These things. Oh, I forgot. Ooh, shit. Tend to want to have like about, you can have a little bit of piston sticking out of the sleeve when you're tightening this down. That'll just kind of aid in lining it up when you stick it in the bore. Crank the fucker down as much as you can, because it needs to go in a hole that is smaller than the rings. That's about as good as I want to go on that. Well, when you do this part, you're going to want to watch what you're doing. I usually take the crank and I put it as far away from the piston that I'm installing as possible. Just kind of want to watch what you're doing. To have this be flat like the ground when you're putting the piston in. It's a lot easier to do it like that. Well, what you want to do, double check, make sure your rod bearing is in. It's a lot harder to put in when piston's already in there. If there's any markings on the piston, make sure the arrow is pointing towards the front of the block. You don't want to have to do this twice. Just kind of slot it in there like that. And then do is get your hammer. And usually what I'll do is oil up the bores before this, but I forgot because I'm rushing. So keep an eye on this. And as long as your rings don't catch, that's what it's going to look like after you get it in. So next you want to look at the bottom and kind of guide it towards the crankshaft. You can use a combination of turning the crank and pounding the piston down to get it to line up. Once you get it close, you can put on the rod cap. I need to get a second light out here. The batteries ran out, so the other one's inside charging. Hey, the lighting's harsh, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. What you can do is you can guide the rod as you tap it down. careful. It's getting really close. That, I think, is on there. You won't be able to wiggle this once it's lined up. And you can turn the block. You can make sure that your bearing didn't move out the wrong way. That one slipped a teeny bit, but it does happen when you're pounding shit. If you're satisfied with it, you can take your bearing cap, make sure it's matched up right, tang to tang. Put that right there. Grab the nuts. It's storming like a fucker today. You start these by hand, because if you strip these out, you're fucked. Grab your wrench. Torque for the rods is 40 to 45 on a 351 Windsor. Never trust videos online for torque specs. You probably get the book for your particular engine, so you don't have sour grapes. Nobody wants sour grapes. Alright, well, that's in there now. You need to get that second light. It's too fucking dark out here with one. You set the piston in the bore, grab your engine hammer, get ready. Those pistons will be marked with arrows that will tell you which direction they need to be facing. Arrows usually go towards the front of the engine. There you go. Kind of want to watch what you're doing when you're pounding it in. Got it. Guidance around the crank. Helps to have a light during this part. That feels good. Now what I'm gonna do, turn the motor so I can see what I'm doing, because you do need to be able to see. If the bearing gets a little uneven, you can just take a screwdriver, push it until it's flush. When you're ready, grab your bearing cap, Make sure that you're putting it on in the proper orientation. Grab your nuts. Finger tight, and then torque them down 40 to 45 foot-pounds for a 351 Windsor. Done raining out here, so we could open the garage, get a little more light in. Make the footage a little better for anyone who needs these videos.